Hello everyone, and welcome back to Turkish series Stars. I hope your day is bright, focused, and ready for a deep dive, because what we're unpacking today has set the entire entertainment conversation on fire. We're talking about the startling developments surrounding two of the most talked about names right now, Gökberk Yıldırım and Cemre Arda. The moment the story reached us, the room went quiet. That's how seismic this feels. We're going to go through every angle, every ripple, the whispers and the facts, and why this moment matters far beyond a single headline. Before we plunge into the heart of this storm, a quick reminder to subscribe to Turkish series Stars and turn on notifications. If you haven't done it yet, now is the time. We move fast here, and we keep you ahead of the curve with what truly counts. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be part of the community that reads between the lines and asks the right questions. So, where do we begin with the Gökberk Yıldırım and Cemre Arda situation? The internet is a live wire right now. Timelines humming, feeds pulsing, endless threads dissecting every clue. The headline alone, shocking news about Gökberk Yıldırım and Cemre Arda shakes everyone, has been shared and reshared until it barely feels real. But the fascination is real. What could possibly justify this level of shock? What has people pausing mid-scroll, leaning in, and holding their breath? From what's been responsibly confirmed and what has trickled out through the usual industry channels, it appears we're witnessing a sudden turn, a dramatic pivot in their journey as a couple. Not a minor blip. Not a routine update. Something that no one anticipated and that instantly sparked 1,000 questions. Picture it, a regular day, packed with rehearsals, fittings, scripts, brand meetings. Then suddenly, a revelation that upends the narrative everyone thought they understood. We're used to celebrities catching us off guard. But this feels different, like a threshold has been crossed. The murmur in agency offices, on sets, and across fan forums is that the headline ties to an official step regarding their future. Until yesterday, that future looked beautifully aligned. Today, something has shifted. Is it the engagement announcement that many expected? A milestone quietly planned and suddenly brought forward? Or is it the opposite, a curveball no one wanted to imagine? A dramatic career decision that complicates their rhythm as a couple? Theories are multiplying by the minute, each more confident than the last. And yet the line between truth and wishful thinking is razor thin. What's undeniable is the energy this has reignited around them. Their audience isn't just large, it's invested, attentive, protective. Hundreds of comments under every post. Thousands of retweets spinning new threads of speculation. Some voices sound crestfallen, others electrified, most hovering in that uncanny space where hope and fear share a heartbeat. Twitter feels like a live panel. Instagram reads like a chorus. Private groups have turned into late-night strategy rooms for fans trying to decode the signs. To put this eruption into context, remember where Gökberk Yıldırım and Cemre Arda have been as a duo. Lately, everything seemed steady, almost effortless, two professionals who know how to move through a crowd and still keep what matters close. Their red carpet moments had a quiet symmetry. Their interviews felt generous but careful. Even their minimal social updates suggested a calm, rooted connection. It's precisely because of that steady aura that this shock lands so loudly. Either the news is an extraordinary triumph cleverly timed, or it's an intimate development heavy enough to alter their day-to-day reality. Consider the spectrum of possibilities. On one end, we have the dream scenario, a public commitment, the formal step that turns whispers into cheers. Some are whispering about a collaboration so ambitious it bends their solo trajectories into a single, star-bright path. A dual lead in a prestige project? A production venture? A surprise series rollout? On the other end sits the more complex reality some fear, a pause, a separation, or a career shift so consuming it forces them to reevaluate their rhythm together. We don't say this lightly, we're mapping the emotional contours of what fans are debating, not declaring outcomes. In the velocity of news cycles like this, what grows fastest is conjecture. And right now, conjecture is everything. Even so, anyone who has watched Gökberk and Cemre closely knows they've cultivated an image of focus and respect, respect for their craft, respect for each other, and respect for boundaries. That's why so many are urging patience, asking others to breathe, to wait for their voices. Because if there's one constant in their public lives, it's that they speak when they're ready, and when they do, every word counts. Let's talk about how a shock of this magnitude reverberates. In entertainment, seismic updates don't travel alone, they take careers and public sentiment with them. If this is the start of a joint venture, it could be the kind that redefines their legacies. If it's a deeply personal development, it may reshape how they show up in the world, what projects they accept, and how they balance the screen with what's off camera. Their fans are asking, will current filming schedules be affected? Will existing campaigns shift tone? Could a new announcement overshadow work already in flight? Or is this precisely the fuel their next chapter needs? What's been striking is the tone of the reactions. Yes, there's noise, there always is, but nestling inside the noise is a tenderness. People aren't just analyzing photos or timestamps, they're talking about how these two have made them feel, how seeing them together made love look possible even under 1,000 flashbulbs. Some commenters recall their first pairing and the sparkle that felt too real to be just acting. Others note how carefully they've navigated attention, never exploiting personal milestones for clicks. That memory, that collective sense that Gökberk and Cemre value privacy, is shaping the conversation now. It's creating this unusual combination of heated curiosity and genuine care. Here's our stance, calm, careful, and curious. We've combed through every credible note and all the messy edges around it, and the pattern is clear, something significant has happened or is about to be revealed. But without their voices, we can't and won't call it. A message posted at the right time could settle the dust instantly. Until then, all interpretations are placeholders. It may be a celebration in disguise. It may be a turning point etched in the kind of silence that comes before change. When a duo like this reaches a crossroads, the industry leans in. Casting directors start imagining new pairings or doubling down on the magic of the original. Brands recalibrate campaign angles. Journalists draft two versions of the same story. And somewhere in all that, the people at the center are still figuring out how to carry their private truths into a very public space. That is the heart of the matter: humility, timing, and the cost of visibility. For those following projects already locked in, timelines matter. If either is stepping into an intense shoot, commitments often dictate how personal announcements are handled. If instead the rumor mill is pointing toward a shared project reveal, then we may be looking at a launch strategy designed to create precisely this level of anticipation. Every second of mystery becomes promotion without a single ad spend. That wouldn't be cynical, it would be savvy. And both of them are known for being smart about their choices. But let's also acknowledge the other scenario. If the news is heavy, the instinct to protect their space would be natural. Fans can help by resisting the urge to fill the silence with stories that cut. As much as curiosity drives engagement, empathy sustains legacies. And right now, their supporters have shown a moving blend of both. One thread that keeps surfacing is a promise from fans to stand by them no matter what shape this truth takes. That's a rare thing, earned over years of consistency and grace under scrutiny. All of this brings us to the only certainty worth clinging to: whatever this news is, it will leave a mark. Times like these redraw lines. They split eras into before and after. Whether it's a ring, a break, a baby, a blockbuster, or a boundary, they're on the cusp of a chapter that will be written in bold. So here's what we'll do together. We'll wait. We'll listen. We'll keep our eyes open for the post that brings clarity, the statement that turns echo into voice. And when it comes, Turkish series stars will be right here, breaking it down with fairness, context, and care for both the artists and the art. To the question we keep receiving, will this help them or hurt them? The honest answer is that the impact depends on the nature of the news and how thoughtfully it's shared. A radiant reveal could catapult them into new territory. A difficult decision handled with dignity could deepen the respect already surrounding their names. The audience is primed. The industry is watching. And across so many screens, hearts are waiting. Let's recap. A shockwave has rolled through the conversation around Gökberk, Yıldırım and Cemre, Arda. The center of that wave is still blurred by the fog of speculation, but every sign points to a moment of consequence. It's either the step many hoped for, delivered with a flourish, or a quiet truth that changes how they move forward. Until they speak, every theory remains just that, a theory. Still, the response tells its own story. People care deeply, and they're ready to support whatever comes next. We'll continue to monitor credible sources, respect the line between curiosity and intrusion, and update you the moment their voices cut through the noise. This platform exists because you show up with curiosity and heart, and that's exactly what this moment deserves. If this conversation resonated, leave your thoughts below. What do you believe lies behind this sudden surge of attention? If it's a shared project, what would you want to see them create together? If it's personal, what message of support would you send? Your comments are part of this community's pulse, and we read them all. And, of course, if you haven't already, like this video, share it with someone who follows their journey, and subscribe to Turkish series stars with notifications on. That way, when clarity arrives, whether through a radiant announcement or a measured statement, you'll hear it here first, with the context it deserves. We'll be back the moment there's more to say. Until then, take care of yourselves, keep the conversation kind, and stay tuned. This story is still unfolding, and we'll navigate it together, thoughtfully, patiently, and with respect for the two people at its center, Gökberk, Yıldırım and Cemre, Arda. Thank you for being here, for trusting us with your time and attention, and for making Turkish series stars a space where nuance still matters. See you in the next one.